Mitch, darling. Mitch. You playing possum down there? Why don't you go where they're biting?
I can't, darling. I got too much to do.
What?
Well, I've got to cut the grass, for one thing.
I'll have Billy, what's his name, down the street do it.
And I really should finish up cleaning out the closet.
See?
Very sloppy housekeeping.
Now go, almighty Hiawatha, and bring home my dinner.
Why didn't you come with me?
I can't. I have too much to do.
What?
Well, my hair, and your mother's coming for dinner. Besides, I never did like to fish anyway.
No, she told me. What about all the time we spent fishing before we got married?
I had to catch you some way.
You're a pretty sneaky female, you know that?
Have fun.
What did I ever do without you?
You fished, of course. Bye.
Bye, darling. What's the matter? Are you hurt?
No, leave me alone.
Well, now, look, crying never helped anything. If you're in trouble, I'm pretty good at fixing things up. I'm a lawyer.
You can't fix this. Nobody can. I'm not ever going back.
Back where? Oh, you're one of Father Ronaldo's boys.
Please don't make me go back.
Did they mistreat you there?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, we won't. But if you change your mind, don't forget, I'm a lawyer.
What could you do? He gave her away. She wasn't even 2 years old yet, but he gave her away.
Get who away?
My baby.
Baby? Oh, now, don't cry, son. Don't cry. Here. Easy now. Say, did you ever see a fly like that one before? Believe it or not, I caught an 8-pound trout with that once. Honest. Like to try your luck with it?
Me?
Sure. Oh, I've got a lot of interesting flies. You might almost say I'm a fly collector. Come on, I'll show you. There. Look at all these, huh? Go ahead, try it.
You wouldn't care?
No. Come to think of it, I never tried that fly before. I don't know what we'll catch with it. Let's go the other side. Yeah. See that?
That's him there.
Father Ronaldo?
Yeah? Oh, Tom, you're back. Trout, huh? And big ones, too. You better get them out to the kitchen and get them cleaned. We'll have them for supper.
Weren't you going to tell Father something?
I was going to run away, Father, but he stopped me.
My name's Carver, Father. Mitch Carver.
Glad to know you, Mr. Carver. Sit down.
Thank you. I hope you don't mind my taking him fishing.
Oh, tickle to death you did. We don't have time to do half what we'd like for the kids.
I enjoyed it. Probably more than he did.
We raise them.
Oh, big.
We raise everything on the place. Where did you find Tom?
Down by the stream. He seemed pretty broken up about his sister being adopted.
It wasn't his sister, Mr. Carver.
It wasn't his sister. But he said...
I know. His baby. Poor Tom. He wants so much to be part of a real family.
I don't quite understand. If it wasn't his sister, what baby is this he's so upset about losing?
Every time we get a baby in here, Tom attaches himself to it. I suppose the psychologist would say that he was trying to create a family for himself, to compensate. It's always the fat, little, dimpled ones they want.
Poor kid.
Well, Tom's got a tough road to hoe, but he'll make the grade.
You're pretty keen on him, aren't you?
I'm keen on all my kids. But I feel that Tom belongs to me more than the others.
How do you mean?
Well, he's the only child we have here at the home who came to us with no identity.
No identity? You mean you don't know who he is or where he came from?
No idea. He was abandoned in a church. It was St. Michael's Day, so I named him Thomas Christopher Michael. Well, I'd better get these peas out to the kitchen, or the cook will be down my throat. Come to see us again, Mr. Carver.
Oh, I will, Father. You bet I will.
Adopt a 9-year-old boy. But we've only been married a year. What will people say?
They'll say the Carvers are crazy, but who cares? Wait till you see him, then. He'll eat your heart up.
But, Mitch...
He's a funny-looking little guy, all eyes, and he's kind of skinny, but we'll fatten him up.
You don't seem to understand, darling. I plan to have a family of my own. I want my own children.
But you can have a dozen if you want to, but this is different. Let me bring him home. You'll see him, and he'll be crazy about you.
Well, couldn't we just help him? Why are you so set on adopting him?
Because he doesn't know who he is or where he came from.
Oh, that's it.
I know how the kid feels, darling. Wondering who he is and what his folks were like. I've wondered the same thing about myself a million times. Still do once in a while. Who and what I was before 1918.
Please, Mitch, I don't know how to fight that kind of an argument.
Well, why fight it? Let me bring him home.
It's unfair of you to put me in this position. Your father was wonderful to you, picking you up the way he did. But you must admit he took an awful chance.
What do you mean, a chance?
Well, you turned out fine. But how did he know when he picked you up what you'd turn out to be?
Well, he didn't. When he found me, he didn't ask me any questions. He just thought I was 3 years old and starving. Sure, he took a chance. He took chances till the day he died. It was the kind of guy he was. More heart than sense.
I can't take this boy, Mitch. Not even for you. Don't ask me. I just can't.
Well, I guess you can't. I don't know whatever gave me the idea you could. You'd have to have guarantees.
I'm afraid I'm a little early.
Hello, Mother.
My son beating you again?
I'm afraid I'm the heavy.
Hello, Father. How are you?
Well, you're getting to be a steady visitor.
I was just looking for Tom.
I think he's outside at the barn. The boys are just finishing up their outside chores.
Good, thanks.
Mr. Carver,
Yes.
Tom's getting very attached to you.
Oh, it's mutual.
Is it?
What do you mean?
Every week, Tom looks forward to seeing you with greater anticipation. I don't know what's going on in your life, but don't make a back street out of the boy. If you're not going to adopt him, don't torture him with false hope.
You mean don't see him anymore?
Well, you can take him fishing today. He's counting on that. But after that, well, we'll see.
Did you ever lay down on the grass like this when you were a kid and just look up at the clouds?
Yep, more times than you can count.
And then kind of wonder where they're going. And then you shut your eyes real tight, like this, until you can't see them anymore. But you can still see them on the inside of your eyes.
That's what they call daydreaming, Tommy.
Is that wrong?
Oh, no. No, but sometimes daydreams get misleading and you get to wanting things you can't have.
After you're gone, Mitch, I can still see you on the inside of my eyes. Mitch?
What?
Have you got a boy?
Yes, Tommy, I've got a boy. You want another one?
Okay.
Oh, that's Lynn.
Mitch, the most wonderful thing happened.
So this is Tom. I just had to bring him home.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Mrs. Carver.
You go and finish that up in the kitchen. I'll see you in a minute. Betty doesn't look too good right now. I didn't have a chance to clean him up.
You shouldn't have done it, Mitch. Not today.
I know, darling. I should have talked it over with you, but I thought if you just saw him, you'd change your mind.
Mitch, I'm going to have a baby.
A baby? Oh, darling, this is wonderful. When?
Oh, next February.
Well, why didn't you tell me before?
Well, I wanted to be sure. Mitch, are you glad?
Glad? Oh. Say, listen. Wait till Tom hears about this. He's crazy about babies. He'll be tickled pink.
The boy can't stay. You'll have to take him back.
I can't.
Why can't you?
I just can't, that's all.
Explain it to him.
I just can't take him back, and that's that.
You mean you won't?
All right, then I won't.
Who are you married to, Tom or me? I told you I didn't believe in adoption, that I want my own children, not somebody else's. And you bring him home anyway. I tell you I'm going to have a baby, and what do you say? Yippee, I'm going to be a father. You made me the happiest man in the world. No, you say, Tom will be tickled pink.
Excuse me.
Darling, I don't want to criticize, but couldn't you try to make him feel more welcome?
I'm doing the best I can.
Yes, I guess you are. What's the matter? Don't you feel well? Is that what it is? Boys trying so hard to fit in.
I'm tired. They called me over to the school again about him.
Now what?
Teacher says he doesn't do anything right. He just doesn't concentrate.
He's got to get adjusted. It all takes time.
He's been going there over 2 months.
But why don't you sit down? I'll clear away the table.
I can do it.
Darling, I do love you, you know.
I saw the cutest pink wallpaper today. It had little animals all over it. Pink? Are you expecting a girl? I hope so.
Lynn?
Up here.
What's going on up here? Hello, Mother. What are you doing with Tom's things?
I'm moving him downstairs into the den.
Into the den? You can't do that. I'm not going to have that boy downstairs alone at night.
Well, I'm not going to have you sleeping in my baby's room.
You're not patient enough with her.
Patient? It's been 6 months.
Oh, she'll come around in time.
Oh, I don't know what to do. I can't take him back to Father Ronaldo's because that would do something to him that could never be repaired. On the other hand, I can't raise him here in a family where he's not loved.
Oh, I know, son, but you have to think of Lynn's point of view, too.
Well, I try to. Now she's talking about the baby as her baby, not ours. Somewhere along the line, we've gotten off the track. We're on different sides of the street. Oh, if only she was more like you.
Well, that's just it. She's exactly like me.
Like you? Oh, no.
Like I was when I was her age, I mean.
But you took to me at once. You were my stepmother, but you never made me feel unwanted the way she's making Tommy feel.
Son, I've never told this to anyone before, not even your father. He died never knowing.
Never knowing what?
And the only reason I'm telling you now is because perhaps it'll help you to understand Lynn better. Mitch, I didn't love you in the beginning. Not at first.
There's no need to take her part.
Please, Mitch, it's true. But try to look at it through my eyes. I was in love with your father. And to get him, I had to take you.
Had to?
Well, you weren't very much to look at. You had 2 teeth out in front, and you were clumsy and awkward. But I was just a girl, Mitch. Just a girl in love. I didn't know anything about raising little boys.
You did a pretty good job for an amateur.
You don't believe me, do you?
I don't know. I've always believed everything you have told me before.
Mitch, turn around and look at me. I just want to remind you that people are always saying that we look alike.
There's nothing very unusual about that.
We don't look alike, you and I. Not really. But when people live together for a long time in happiness, there's something inside them that gets to be alike. They think alike, and they look alike. No, I didn't love you at first. It took time. But I couldn't love you any more today if you were my own child. I think you know that, son, don't you?
You have the knack for it, Mother. You always could put me straight. Yeah, you drive up. Why didn't you honk? You should be carrying all that stuff. Come along, Tommy. Give me a hand with the loot. Yeah. How was the shower?
Wonderful. I got enough for 3 babies.
Let's not get too ambitious. How do you feel?
Dead. You have no idea what 30 women can do to you. Let's go out for dinner tonight.
Oh, darling, we can't. Father Ronaldo's coming. Had you forgotten?
Oh, Mitch.
Well, don't worry about it. Tommy and I have got the whole dinner under control. Now, wait till you see his biscuits.
Don't you touch that. Oh, look at his hands. They're filthy.
Thank you for the dinner.
I'm afraid the atmosphere was rather strained, Father. We had a little family misunderstanding just before you arrived.
Mr. Carver, I think you'd better bring the boy back to me.
Oh, but Father...
No, he's not happy here, and he's not wanted. You can't break a family to make a family. You bring the boy back before everything you have is destroyed.
Let me think it over for a few days.
All right. A few days.
Goodbye. Good night, Father.
Are you awake?
Yes.
I'm sorry about things. I never meant to make you unhappy.
Well, it's not your fault. I shouldn't have tried to force him onto you.
I tried to like him. I honestly tried.
I'm going to take him back.
When?
I don't know. I'm leaving for San Francisco in the morning for 3 or 4 days. When I get back, I guess.
Have you told him?
No, I'll tell him in the morning.
No, don't tell him in the morning if you're leaving tomorrow. I couldn't face 4 days with him knowing he was going back. Mitch. Why don't we let him stay a little longer?
Only make him more miserable.
Maybe in time I'd get used to him. I know what he means to you.
That's not enough. He has to mean the same to you. I'll take him back.
Hurry up, Tom.
Where's Mitch?
He left early this morning for San Francisco. He'll be back in a few days. Pick up your pajamas.
I'm sorry. I forgot. But I did hang up my towel.
That's fine.
And I cleaned behind my ears and my fingernails.
I'll go down and put up your lunch. You hurry up or you won't have much time for breakfast.
Don't you want me to carry that laundry downstairs for you?
Oh, I can do it.
Mrs. Carver! Are you hurt bad?
I don't know.
Tom! Now don't move. Dr. Evans' office? This is Tom Carver. My mother just fell down the stairs. You'd better send the ambulance. Hello, Mr. Carver's office? This is Mr. Carver's boy. Yeah, Tom. You'd better find my father right away and tell him to get back here. You mustn't be scared, Mother. There's nothing to be scared of. Just think. When it's all over, you're going to have the baby, and that'll be just wonderful.
Yes, Tommy. Just wonderful.
Now, you rest, and they'll be here with the ambulance soon, and you're going to be all right. And so will the baby. You'll see. I'm going to take care of the both of you. Honest, I will.
Tommy,
Oh, Mitch, he fell down the stairs.
where is she now?
In there.
And how long has she been?
A real long time. Why doesn't she come out?
Now, don't you worry.
I can't help it. She was crying. It hurt awful.
Well, Dr. Evans.
She's all right, Mr. Carver. Both your girls are all right.
And the fall didn't...
No, didn't really hurt her. She'll have to stay in bed a little longer than usual, maybe, but she'll be all right. Baby's fine. Weighed 3 pounds, 6 ounces. Pretty big for a preemie. You might as well sit down. Be quite a while before you can see them.
Thank you.
3 pounds, 6 ounces. Isn't that awful little?
No, not for a preemie.
Oh.
Mitch,
Darling, I was so worried about you when they called me. I never should have left you.
it's a little girl. She's in an incubator, but she's all right.
I might have known you'd do things the hard way.
Mitch, he was so wonderful.
Yeah, he's a good doctor.
Oh, I mean Tommy. He was frightened, but he acted so grown up. He treated me as if I were the child. Where is he?
He's here. Wants to see you.
Hello, Tom.
Are you all right?
Yes.
Gee, Mrs. Carver, I'm sure glad.
What did you call me?
Mrs. Carver.
That isn't what you called me when I fell down the stairs, is it?
No,
Do you remember what you called me?
I called you Mother.
That's right. Mother. Don't you ever forget it.
Hey, since you know so much about children, why don't you get the nurse to show you your little sister? Because your mother and I don't know a darn thing.
Gee, gosh.
You sure you want it this way?
I'm sure, darling.
You won't regret, Tom.
I know I won't.
You're wonderful. Say, you know something? In a couple of years' time, we'll have a built-in babysitter.
Oh, Mitch. You fool.